I'm coming at you with a collection of products that, to be honest with you, kind of make me a little nervous. So, as you've seen from the title, we are visiting with DoseOfColors. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Again, I know not a single one of these colors is going to go with the outfit, with the top I have on right now. So that goes without saying. We're just gonna do this to try them out, okay? And since I don't have, let's get this all out of my way. Since I don't have makeup on, that's another reason why I didn't want to put makeup on first, because I want to use my shadow shields, because I want to get that cut sharp line. Okay, first off, let's get some concealer on these lids, shall we? I'm just using my Urban Decay Naked Concealer just to get rid of some of the color on my lid. Wow, that pink reflect is seriously strong. Real quick, I'm gonna take my Cella eyebrow pencil and just mark out my eyebrows, because if I can't see them, then I've got a problem. I'm gonna take some of my Essence Make Me Brow and just go over these little guys. I've been using these shadow shields so much, I'm almost out of them. I really like them. But I will tell you, if you use them before your makeup, it's great. If you use them after you've already done your makeup, there is the chance that they'll take your makeup off if you use the full glue strip. So I would recommend, because it has like a glue strip here in the middle and then two outer ones. So I would recommend, if you're going to use these after you have your makeup on, that you only take off these two outer pieces. See, there's one there and there's one there. So you can take off just these two outer ones and leave this, because this really, but I'm going to take the whole thing off here because I don't have any makeup on. But they're better than using tape, in my opinion. Far better, because tape is not fun to pull off. Okay, now let's see here. What are we gonna do in this palette? Lord have mercy on me. Let's just start off with a color called Basic, and I'm gonna try and use the mirror in the palette. Oh wow, see, I'm not gonna be able to, everything's so yellow toned. Which, like, again, you know, it's wonderful, because, you know, it works great on their skin tone and works wonderful on, you know, there's a lot of things that work on my skin tone. So I'm not complaining about having colors that don't. So please don't think I'm complaining that, you know, because I know that there's a lot of stuff, a lot of products out there that work on my fair skin that don't work on darker skin tones. So I don't even want to have people get into that, because I am not complaining about that. It's just, you know, I'm just mentioning it for the fact that, you know, because I spent money on it, I'd like to be able to find a way to use it. And this Basic here, and it's funny because in the pan, it does not look yellow toned at all. But it very much, as you can see, very much is. But we'll just try to find a way to work with it. Okay, next, let's go into Necessary, which is the center one. I'm going to use the same brush, and by the way, I'm using the Morphe R37 right now. And I'm just going to go a little lower here. Maybe I should have I think I'm going to take this color, because this is more of a, I would call this more of a cool toned, bordering on neutral, but it looks more cool tone. I'm going to try and see if I can blend this up into Basic and maybe change the yellow tone of it a little. And I'm just going to take a clean Morphe E23. Just go over that. And so far, they're highly pigmented, blending very nice. Okay, now I'm going to go into, is it Churro, I believe, which is this darker one down here. I want to try out as many colors as I can. And I'm just going to take that above the crease a little bit, because I want to keep the deepest shade that's coming from my crease. I will say that on this one, which is Churro, I'm having a little bit of difficulty blending it compared to the others. Okay, now I'm going to go into Cheens, which is this darkest one on the top. And I'm using the, or still using the, no, let's go into a smaller brush. I'm going to go into the Santi Contour Shadow 4, which is just a smaller brush. Oh wow. Holy hell, that has a lot of pigment to it. Wow, I was not expecting that much pigment. Okay, and clean brush. Okay, I'm going back in with just a little bit of necessary here, just right up here. I'm just going to take a little bit of this Wet n Wild Brulee, which is just a light cream, and I'm just going to put it right up here, because there's nothing in the palette that's light enough that I can use. There, see how that blends that right in? I like that better as compared to over here. And this little bugger right here, I use this shade for a lot. And when I don't want, you know, like that white boom bang under my eye, you know, right under my eyebrow, I use this Brulee shade a lot. And I also use it, if I can speak, to soften the inner corners here, like if I get a little too ham like I did right there. And I'm telling you, if you have fair skin like I do, you got to pick this up. This little guy is only 99 cents, and like I said, it's the shade Brulee, and it works beautifully for blending, you know, up into your brow if you don't want that stark white or highlight there, and doing little cleanup blending around here, because you know sometimes we just get carried away with our brushes. I know I do. Okay, now I'm gonna do the scary part, which don't think I've ever done on my channel, which is I'm going to attempt to do a full cut crease. God only knows what it's gonna come out looking like, but your girl's gonna try it. Man, wish me luck, you guys. First, I'm just going to take an angled brush, get some concealer on it, front and back, soak it real good, and try and mark my line out. Because of my hooded damn eyes. Okay, now because I effed up some areas, like I put the concealer on and then lifted my eye to look up, which is usually how I mark it, but in doing that I made the mistake of getting it on my eyelashes, so some of it transferred up here on both sides. So what I'm going to do is just go in with that darkest color Cheens on my MAC 210, which is just a really fine brush, and I want to try and define that cut crease if I can. God, I'm a basket case doing these. Now I'm just taking this little itty bitty Real Techniques brush. I'll tell you what I need, and I don't realize it until I'm doing this. What I need is some detail brushes, some smaller ones. Because I just don't have very many really small detail brushes to get a lot of this intricate, you know, work done, the close-in space. Okay, now let's see here. I want to cry because it looks like absolute beep, but I'm not going to. What I do want to do though is I'm going to get my MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour eye base. I'm going to put some of this on the back of my hand and take a brush and apply that everywhere that I just put concealer. Let's see if I can do this without mucking it up. And the purpose I am using this, for those of you who have hooded eyes or don't have hooded eyes, whatever, it works. I prefer to use this, if I can, in place of glitter glue, because I just for some reason have a real time with glitter glue, but I do not with this product. If I'm going out somewhere where I really, you know, need the glitter to stay, and I'm not, you know, doing something like this where I've cut out the design of where it's going to be, and I don't want it transferring up to my lid, then I'll use glitter glue. Other than that, I use this and it works beautifully, and it does not dry out my lids. But boy, it sure made an ugly color up there. Blending in with all that. Oh shit. Okay, now I have no idea which color to use. I want to use the blue. It's probably the color everybody's using on this, but I don't care. That blue, this one over here, it's called A Moment. It looks blue, but then in the side angle light, it looks purple. It looks violet, actually. So, but what I want to do first is I'm going to take this pink one, which is called Try Me. I'm going to take Try Me on my MAC 242, and let's see how that does. Shall we? And I'm going to put that right here. Oh man, this is just falling apart. Oh, stay in there. It's just the brush it's just destroying it. Literally. And I'm not going in hard. I'm just barely touching it and it's just falling apart. It is very fragile. Beautiful color, but it's very fragile. Look at that color. Oh, stunning. Hella fallout, and what a mess in the pan. You got to be really careful with it, you guys. I mean, it just literally breaks apart and starts falling out of the pan. Look at that shine. Man. That is shine. Okay, now I'm going to go into a moment, which is this beautiful blue violet. And let's hope this one doesn't fall apart like the last one. And I want to overlap it quite a bit. So I wanted to see if the pink under it would bring out the purple more. Now remember, this isn't, you know, this isn't a look I'm just playing around here. Honest to God, you guys, I don't know what the F I'm doing. I am just playing. Okay, and then I'm going down to the darkest one, which is this real dark one, Game Over. This could be a mistake, but I want to try and use them all. I feel like I have a flag on my eye right now. Man, the fallout is absolutely horrible on these. This is why I didn't do my makeup first, you guys. This is why. Because I knew it was going to be, I had a feeling it was going to be intense fall. Wow, these, I'll tell you, the thing I don't like about this formula, it's beautiful in its sparkle, but they are incredibly delicate. Like, this is not a palette I see myself traveling with. Because literally, it's just, I touch a brush to it and it's just coming apart. And this is a smooth, you know, this isn't a particularly tough brush. If I'm not mistaken, this is Anna's, what are those called, the formula? I wanted to test them all out. Contacted DoseOfColors to see if they would let me test them out, you know, swatch all of them and review them, and of course they told me no, they didn't need more reviewers right now, but we all know that's not the reason why. But Block Party, yeah, I think this is her, what's in here different from the first collection, and that I think the formula of these is the same as her Block Party eyeshadows. Boy, they just really, really are delicate. Beautiful sparkle, beautiful color, but incredibly delicate. Okay, on to the darkest again. It's funny because the darkest one, that's, what's that one called? Game Over. Out of all of them, that one seems to be the most durable. Meaning it's not just completely fracturing apart when I touch it, like the other ones are so far. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Scratch that. I don't, you know, the funny thing is here I am trying to use all the colors, and I don't like that. I'm going to try this, hold on here, Just a Kiss, which is this kind of champagne colored one. Holy cow, that one really falls apart. I'm going to go Just a Kiss on the inside here, and I think I'm going to go over that pink a little bit. I don't like it in this, in the context of what I've got going on here at all. It looks too red, white, and bluish for my taste, you know what I mean? I have a feeling instead of using the pink in this inner corner, I should have just used the champagne and then gone to blue. Oh man, these are really making a mess. If I was going somewhere and in a hurry to get ready, I wouldn't use this formula. It's just everywhere, a mess. You know, if I had time to get loads of time to get ready and such, then I would, but not if I was in a hurry. No way. I wish I'd never put that pink on there. Oh well, live and learn. Okay, I'm done torturing myself. I will say that the pans, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but this one I used, this one, right here. These two over here, and then these two here, and they are just absolute, they're so delicate. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend traveling with that palette, and I'd be extremely careful because you guys, you ought to see my desk. I mean, just wiping my hands on my desk, that's just what's fallen on my desk. I mean, it's just, and oh my god, my shirt, it's everywhere. I mean, they just fall out wow. My desk is, I mean, look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but just doing my eyes, that's what's fallen down on my desk. So you can imagine what's on my shirt. And I mean, I'm just covered in glitter everywhere, and that I don't like. It's really a mess working with those. You know, I've watched them do it on, you know, on their channel and stuff, and they made it look so easy. So for your average makeup user, in my opinion, that is not easy. Excuse my language. Okay, let's go ahead and take these off now. Oh. See, I do like it gives you that nice clean line if that's what you're going for. And now I'm going to clean up the disaster mess under my face, which is real. Oh my lord. Look at that. I mean, it's just horrible. I would not recommend doing your makeup first. I would recommend doing your eye makeup first. I would not do your face makeup first and then this, because you'll just be a mess. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break away real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put on my face, and then I'll be back to do the lower lash line and finish up. So I'll be right back. All that work, and you can't even still see it because of my freaking hooded eyes. Okay, I'm just going to go into necessary and put that under both eyes. I do not want to work with those glittery things right now because it took me forever to get all that off my face. In all honesty, you guys, I would not recommend doing your face makeup first. No way. No how. Okay, then I'm going to go into Churro just a little bit. Just on the outer corners. I'm just making a mess of this. Cut crease, it's just not my thing. I gotta practice them a hell of a lot more. I'll tell you. I don't know about you guys, but they are not easy to do. At least not for me. Because my eyes are, you know, like major hooded. If you don't have super hooded eyes, it probably won't be an issue. Okay, this palette, while I will say it's beautiful, it is... it's a mess to work with. It really is, you guys. I'm not just saying it to say it. You guys saw it. Hopefully you could see. It's a mess to work with. I have glitter, even though I've got, oh my god. I'll be finding glitter particles for a long time after working with this. And I mean, literally, I used a sticky base and stuck the damn thing. And it's still... Anyways, I'm going to use... let's go ahead and use the Lip Cheat and Iconic Nude. And of course, this is Charlotte Tilbury. And the only lipstick I have from this collection is a Mauve Story, so we'll go ahead and use that, even though Oh, actually, let me finish my eyes first. I'm so out of whack, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna take this Galactic liner here real quick and just do a line here to kind of conceal my lash band. Okay, now I want to try these new lashes. I picked up 3. These are all from Kiss, and they're all from the Foam Ink collection. These are called Boudoir. And then, I don't know, Brasserie? I don't know. Those ones I really like. And then Midnight. Those I don't. Oh, what a nightmare. Okay, I decided to go with the fluffier ones, the brassiere of the Kiss lashes. So they're kind of tricky to get on. They're faux mink. They're bigger than I'm used to wearing, a lot more fluffier, so I feel like I have like little spiders just kind of went ugh and sat on my eyeballs. But there they are. What do you guys think? They're a little stiffer than the flutter lashes that I'm used to wearing. I put this one on too high because you can see here this one's either too low or this one's too high. It's just been one of those days, you guys. Okay, let's just forget about me not being perfect because I'm never gonna be perfect. And let's try putting on some of the mauve story that's not mauve. How about that? I feel like my eyeballs weigh a ton with these on. Yeah, see, that is not mauve. That is not mauve. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it. When it goes with a nude lip liner, it's not mauve. So unless this one is mismarked, and they sent me one that says a mauve story. And as you know, you know what this one looks like? This looks like the other color that they're selling in the collection. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it, but that's what this one looks like. It does not look like the pictures of a mauve story that I've seen, because a mauve story looked mauve. I just can't get over, I mean, look at that. Does that look mauve to you guys? Am I freaking colorblind? Okay, let's do some MAC Giga Black here on the bottom real quick, just on the bottom outside of these little lashes. But, you know, is it a fun palette to have? Yes. Is it one that I would recommend if you're looking for an everyday palette? No. No. Because you know, I mean, it's just, you guys saw, hopefully, you know, you could, did it again. Every time I do it, and every time I'm gonna leave it in so you guys can see that you're not the only ones that screw up makeup. I do all the time too. I tell you, these beauty gurus, they need to leave in some of their boo-boos so that people can see that everybody else isn't perfect and you suck. No, everybody makes mistakes. Okay, I want to try putting on a little bit of the Most on over this mauve story. I'm just going to dot it on so I don't wreck it. That's the only thing I hate about a clear gloss like this, is that you have to use either a, you know, you have to use a different wand or something so you don't muck up your, because you can see it, it discolors everything, you know, if you get your wand all nasty. Okay, there we go. So, that's it. That's the finished look. I have to say, it's not my favorite look by any means. I think I really screwed up by trying to combine that pink in there. I did not like that at all, because then the minute I put, you know, I was hoping if I put the pink down first and then the blue on top of it, that it would kind of make that bring out that purple. But instead what it did was bring out the red and the pink. So I looked like I had red, white, and blue eye. Yeah, not gonna. But these, you know, this formula that's in this palette, I mean, look at that. That is some shiny shit. There's no question. And that's dry. Now imagine if you wet that formula. It would just go bang. But the problem is that it gets everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So if that's, you know, if you're okay with that and you're okay with cleaning up a glittery mess all over everything and you like the colors, then I say go for it. You know, it's a pretty palette. The matte's blended really nicely. They're highly pigmented. I will say, again, along with the rest of the collection, it's very yellow toned. Now, speaking of that, let me reach down here and get the first collection again. And let's try Fuego real quick and see if I can wear that or if that's going to be going on my blog sale as well. Doesn't make any sense to keep these things I can't wear. I might as well just put them on a blog sale so that people that, you know, have the skin tone that can wear them can use them. Okay, now remember, Fuego was from the first collection. How's that come up? Oh, that's nice. It's got a plastic thing covering it, but the plastic thing is inside the pan. It was stuck in there, and it's hard. And trying to pull it out, it dug all around the edges of the pan. That's just lovely. Okay, hang on here. Let me get a little brushy brush. I'm gonna take out my Wayne Goss fan brush that still has whiskers from its earlier damage. And we're gonna try Fuego and see if I can wear this or not. I don't know. It's gonna be really hit or miss. Is it on the brush? Looks like it. See anything? Let's go back in, really dig into it. Oh, there we go. Now I see it. Yeah, that is right on the borderline. I think if let me try this other side. Let's just pick up a little bit. Maybe I had to break through the top layer. Yeah, damn it. I mean, even the lightest one is too light. It's too dark for my skin tone. Can you guys see that? I mean, that's a pretty highlight. That, I mean, I can see the reflection even though I'm going cross-eyed trying to see it. I can see the bam. You know, it's got some reflective properties to it. No question. With my finger. Yeah, it's got some reflective. Oh yeah, I mean there you can see how gold it is when I put it on my nose. It is really gold. Yeah, so it's I don't know. I think what do you guys think? Because when I look head on, when I look sideways, I can see the bam, but when I turn head on, can you see the cast of the light? Can you see it darkening or not? Looks like it looks like it's right on the border. So if you have skin tone, now remember Fuego is available right now. I've obviously purchased this from the first go around, but it is a re-promote and it is available right now. So I forgot, I wanted to try and see if it was bright enough to zhuzh up my inner corners. I'm just going to take a little bit on this brush. Let's put it right in there and see if it'll... Oh, see? I mean, it is right on the border of dark, you know, being too dark and actually casting a shadow on my inner corners. So that, you know, if you ever want to know whether or not a highlighter is too dark for you, other than obviously putting it on your face and looking at it, the thing I always do is I put it on the inner corners of my eyes, because on the inner corners of my eyes, if it brightens the inner corners up, then I know it's going to be bright. It'll work on my face to brighten my cheekbones and highlight them. If it casts a dark shadow on my inner corners, then I know it's going to be too dark. And in this case, it's it's right on the borderline. It's really going gold on my skin tone, which is causing it to darken. So yeah. Anyways, you know, I think it's a nice collection. It's not one that I would work with on the daily. I think that the metallics in this are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I will tell you this, that if you're watching videos like I am and you're seeing people do these absolutely beautiful looks using this metallics and their face isn't covered with stuff, then they've cut it out. Because unless I've got a palette that just falls apart when a brush hits it, every single one of those that I touched literally fell apart when my brush hit it, and as I was putting it on my face, even though I used a sticky base, it ended up face, boobs, desk, everything coated. And I mean coated. So, you know, I've watched a lot of videos on this Friendcation palette because I wanted to get some ideas for a look to do and blah, 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 because I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. I told you guys that from the very beginning. So I've watched a lot of videos on this, and not one of the ones I've watched have I seen their face coated with glitter. And yet they're using the same colors I am. So I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm telling you, it's got to be either I got a palette that just likes to spit all over the place, or they're employing some fancy editing, because there is absolutely no way, if they're working with the same product I am, that it didn't end up everywhere. Because I'm telling you, I had to go over my desk 3 times to get the glitter off of it, and I still have glitter all over it. So it's quite the mess. But it's pretty. So the question is it worth it to you? And my message though to DoseOfColors would be, first off, you know, again, and please know, you guys, I am not complaining about women who have darker skin tones getting opportunities. That is not what my comments are about, because I know there are people out there who say there's tons of stuff for pale people, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But at the same time, from a business standpoint, my message to them would be that next time they do a collaboration, that if they have somebody that has a lighter skin tone, they're not going to put out all products that work for somebody that just has a light skin tone they're collaborating with. They're going to put out products that people with darker skin can wear. So they should do the reverse. Would be, you know, if you're going to work with people that have a little bit darker skin tone and work off of the yellow bases and the olive skin tones, then it'd be nice to have a product in there, just one, I'm not saying a whole lot, just one, out of the 5 or 6 or 7 that works on pale skin tones. Because, you know, even the eyeshadows, like this is not a color I would normally wear for a transition, because you see how yellow base that is on me? Maybe it's not on them, but on my skin tone it went yellow, and the highlighter went yellow, and the lip color went yellow. I mean, everything I put on went yellow, which is my absolute worst color to wear on my face. So, you know, it's really unfortunate, but, you know, I might play around with it a little bit more. But chances are this is a palette that's just going to be what it is. That, you know, and all these products here, they're ones I purchased just to support Desi and Katy. And, you know, I wouldn't do it again, though, because looking at the continuation of colors, you know, even in the second round, they had the opportunity to put out some different colors, and they still went with yellow-based products. Or, you know, yellow tones. I mean, even in this, I can't get over the fact that they call this mauve. And I can't. Look at it. Does that look mauve? Am I losing my mind? I swear to God, maybe I have a misprint, because I'm telling you, when I looked at people's pictures online of this, it looked like it was this color. People wearing it, it looked that color. But when I put it on, it looks like a peachy nude with a yellow undertone. I mean, look at that. I put it on with a nude lip liner, and look at it. There's no clashing there or anything. I mean, if I put a warm nude lip liner on with this mauve here, the two of them would clash like night and day, because this is a very cool gray tone and that's a very warm peachy tone. I don't get it. You got me. But anyway, so that's it, you guys. I've taken up enough of your time. I hope you enjoyed seeing the disaster that was me trying to create this look. Lord have mercy. I need a lot of practice. I love you guys, and wherever you're at in the world, I hope life is treating you well. And if you're having struggles, you're beating the bitches back and persevering. Yeah, baby, persevering. And remember, I always say it, I'm always going to, if you have a dream, set your goals, know what you need to do to achieve your dream, take a piece of paper and a pen and write them down 1 through 10. Take a piece of paper and a pen and write them down 1 through 10. Damn, I'm good at making rhymes. Don't even know it. Anyways, and know what you need to do. And if you look at that damn thing every single day until you mark off the first one and the second one and the third one and so on and so forth, because I guarantee you, if you do that, if you set goals and you work one at a time at achieving each one of them, you can't achieve anything. Because this, you know what a lot of people do, they make the mistake of, they think, oh, let's take this big grandiose dream I have, and I'm going to look at this dream I have, and what do I need to do to achieve this dream? Oh my God, there's so many things. There's this huge problem in front of me to get to where I want to go. I've got these huge obstacles. Well, you know what? That's why I say piece of paper and a pen and write it down 1 through 10. Because you know what? If you do that, those big, huge obstacles become little tiny things. Okay? So don't look at your goal as this one massive obstacle in front of you. Break it down on a piece of paper into little tiny obstacles, because that way, one, you can see when you're accomplishing these things, you can see you're making headway, okay? And two, you feel good about yourself and the fact that you're making headway. Because if you just put one big obstacle in front of you and fight trying to get there, first off, you have no fucking clue where you're going or what you need to do to get there. And secondly, you feel like you're always drowning. It's not the way to get where you want to go. Take one big problem and break it down into 10 little ones. And then you go about chipping away at each one of those. And I don't care if you apply this to a job you want to get, a career goal you want to go, a school problem you're having in school, and work, an assignment in school. It doesn't matter. You can apply it to anything in your life. If you take one big problem and break it down into 10 small ones, then you go about hacking off each one of those 10. And I guarantee you can get it. Just remember in your head, take a paper and a pen and write it down 1 through 10. I love you guys. Until next time, remember, when you're out in the world, treat those you encounter with love and respect, because they, like you, have feelings and can be hurt too. Till next time, bye! That's not mauve, that's not mauve, that's not mauve!